The race for the Democratic presidential nomination is heating up, and South Carolina is one of the first battleground states. Joe Biden has not visited the Lowcountry yet, but today one of his closest allies came to drum up support for the former vice president. News 3's Andrew Davis was the only reporter to sit down and talk with Valerie Biden-Owens, and he's joining us now live from our Lowcountry newsroom with that story.
Well, the woman who ran every campaign for the former Vice President Joe Biden since 1972 is visiting the Lowcountry today to convince voters that her big brother is the best fit for our nation's highest office.
My brother is a statesman, and that he has the respect of the world leaders.
That's the first message Valerie Biden-Owens wants to get out about her brother. She's run every one of his campaigns since 1972, and while she's sitting this one out, she's not sitting back waiting to see what happens. She spent this day at the South of the Broad Democratic meeting talking not just about her brother, but his opponent, the man currently in the White House.
I want a president who makes me want to be better. I want a president who encourages me and my commitment to the community. I want a president who lets me believe that I can, this is America, we can do anything. I think it's a disgrace, the actions this president has taken. Everybody knows who Donald Trump is. My job is to show people who Joe Biden is.
Is his age really a question for people, or should it be a question?
Well, Joe said it's a legitimate question, but look at him. I'll put him up against anybody. What he is at his core is a good, decent human being who happens to be very bright, who has a great breadth of foreign policy, who's been fighting for his whole life for the issues that matter most to the middle class.
And about that issue of the Ukraine, money, and Joe Biden's son.
It's about Trump. It's not about us. He just picked us because it's a vehicle. It's about Trump and his abuse of power and how he's used his office to get political curry and to invite a foreign government into our elections. And what it tells me is Trump is scared to death of running against my brother.
Well, Owens also made stops in Beaufort and Okatee today in support of Biden, who in the latest polls holds a 12-point lead over Elizabeth Warren among Democratic primary voters. And of course, South Carolina will be the fourth state to hold the Democratic presidential primary on February 29th. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3.